So at Nissan Design, we used to be given a long time to prepare data and render it. And now it's gotten shortened down to about a day. So that's why hyperdrive and hypershot have sort of turned into the tools we go to, just because of the speed and quickness that we can get something to look pretty realistic. So what I have here is GTR data. Total import time on this is maybe 30-40 minutes, as it's 5.7 million polygons. So one of the nice things is it's really easy to set up the car for wheel turn. And like this. The other reason that I really like it is the texture mapping in the software is pretty simple. So I'm going to grab my material. I have a dirty tire and tread that Don developed. I can just easily click on that, edit it, make it a spherical map, or cylindrical. Rotate that 90. Line that up. And now we have a pretty quick, dirty look at tire tread. So this is probably, once it's imported, to get to this point only takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get it fully rendered, to this level. So I have another one that's a little bit farther beyond. This one has the rays calculated, so we have the shadows underneath the tires. I've layered 2 materials on top of each other. A clear coat sticker on top of a carbon fiber. I can easily edit that.
Sorry, I meant to
make like a clear coat stripe. One of the other things that has caused hyperdrive and hypershot to be the software that we use is not by my choice as the user, but as the design manager, senior design manager, design director. They've chosen this software over the other ones based on the look and quality. They prefer it. So the other one of the newer features in hyperdrive now is you can add motion blur into your model. So you don't have to do it in Photoshop. Why is it not accumulating? Oh, well, that's going. We'll load up a couple different HDRs. So here I've loaded in a couple different HDR environments, put my vehicle in. And then once we're in hyperdrive, we can import the hypershot. So I'm going to go ahead and close this down. Go into hypershot. So this is where I do all my 2D imagery. Hyperdrive we use for our real-time presentations, design evaluations, evaluating the surface quality. Here's where I go to set up my 2D imagery. So I'm going to go and open environment, desktop.
Why did I waste
Just let that res up. Just in a couple seconds, we can have a photorealistic looking image. Change the material really quickly. Make a metallic paint. Wait. So in a couple seconds we can have a pretty realistic looking image. And then I render these out. Nowadays with Hypershot and my 8-core machine at work, I render everything now at 5,000 by 3,000 pixels, just because there's no point to render smaller, because as soon as I render it small, the designer's going to come back and want it big. It also allows me to zoom in once it's finished and look at any detail of the car. And again, this is almost 5 million polygons. It's pretty heavy. It's on the larger side for what we usually do. So this isn't like a completely light model. Actually, if I go in and hide the glass, turn off the shadows for a second, you can see that I have almost the complete interior is also inside this car.
Basically, when you take an HDR and you put it into the Hypershot, you're getting exactly how the shadows were on that image. HDR though, you get a bit of distortion. So let's fix that.
So at this point I would just hit render, wait 20 minutes, and be done. So let me show you guys some of the other stuff that we do. Some of our examples. So the first thing we've done, or that I've done, is I've gone through and I've rendered our Nissan forum in every single one of the HDRs that we have available. And these renderings took about a minute a piece. So I just went through our whole library of HDRs, and now I can hand this out to our designers as a menu, if you will, of possible environments to put their vehicle in. And just the ability to render all these images out in a matter of only a couple hours, just so simple. And these are actual screenshots. These aren't renders. So these are real time. Hit screenshot after it resed up. The other thing that we've done is using the DuPont technology. We have every single one of our Nissan colors available to us. So now when a designer says they want the A21 on their vehicle, this is A21. It's completely accurate. It's a measured material. And I know I don't have to go in and adjust and set, a little bit more red, a little bit more orange. I can just load this material and know that it's 100% accurate. So I have every single one of our materials rendered. So this is nice to have. This is a nice feature that when I'm dealing, a lot of what I do is deal with the color and trim group, setting up their presentations for future vehicles and future color choices. And a lot of the colors that future vehicles use are actually existing old colors. So this way, I don't have to have them sit over my shoulder and tell me shinier, darker. I just go to the material and I know that this is accurate.
Like you're used to it, you know what I mean? Like you use Maya, so when you do a ray trace light to make a soft shadow, you have to increase the light rate, then you have to increase the shadow rate, which starts getting very costly and slow. Yeah.
And actually, this is an HDR I found on the web for free.
Yeah.
It actually
Just go
turned out
check
to be
out
pretty
the
nice.
subsurface scattering head.
This is some of our engineering data. Just brought it into Hypershot and rendered it up.